We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Married to a Nerd. I don't think I did it the way I used to.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Married to a Nerd. You're Stevie B.
I'm, of course, Stevie B. Alongside me,
as always,
is
Heather.
I can't do a Married to a Nerd without the person I'm married to.
Yeah.
All right.
I have so much power.
All of a sudden, Wonder Woman come out. All of a sudden, we got power.
I've had power since Lemonade came out, sir. So.
Lemonade was terrible. It was just bad music.
What?
Lemonade was bad music. The Ghostbusters was a bad movie.
That was a bad movie. Yeah.
But you can't hate on either one because then you're a cis white male.
I am not.
I know you're not a cis white male. And sexist. A sexist cis white male. I'm not sexist. Heather runs my life.
Do I run your life?
Well, no. I just respect you more than I respect most.
Thank you.
Your opinion, anyway. I remember having... Oh, by the way, we're going to talk... This is going to be our Wonder Woman review episode. We're going to do a little banter here up front, and then we'll do a Wonder Woman review at the end.
Oh, we're bantering.
I mean, that's what it's called.
No, it's called Married to a Nerd, not banter with a nerd.
You're right.
That's what marriage is about, right?
Maybe I should call it Piss Off a Nerd.
That's what Nerds of the Apocalypse is about.
That's true. Yeah, actually, I remember having a conversation with you the other day about how in all my jobs I've had, like one job, I've had a male boss. So every time I get a dude boss, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know. Like, this might be a sexist statement, but I always feel like I could be open and honest and talk to him more like a man, because sometimes guys are D-bags.
See, and I feel the exact same about women.
Oh, that's weird, huh?
I don't feel like I can open up to, like, I don't feel like it's my place to open up to a manager. That's not what I'm
I don't mean, like, open up, like, let me tell you about my feelings. I mean, just, like, stuff in the workplace. Like, I could sit down and be like, this is how I feel about what's going on right now. More than I can with a guy.
I haven't noticed a difference between doing that with men or women.
Oh. Well, like, maybe I've just always had women. I don't know. Well, then I actually had two guys at the same place before where I'm currently at.
Giggity.
Wow. And I guess one of them I became, like, really good friends with, so I don't know. I don't know. How about I just prefer a boss? That's cool.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Is that better?
Say.
Let's just say that. I just prefer a cool boss.
Yeah.
And my cool bosses happen to have been more women than men in my life.
That's interesting.
So let's go there. Before I dig a hole!
Alright. That was fun banter.
Stop it! Okay, so, you want to go to Wonder Woman? Or is there anything else you want to talk about before we jump there? Anything in our lives that have happened?
I don't think anything's happened. We go to work, we come home, there's dinner and kids, and
no, there's a lot. I mean,
then we go to bed, and then we get up and we go to work and do it again.
Did you like Farpoint? The game with the gun.
The game with the gun.
Remember, we reviewed the gun.
We reviewed the gun that looks like a sex toy, and the game takes place in Arizona.
No, it's a planet. It's another planet.
And you shoot crabs.
It's a desert planet. They're not crabs. They're alien, like face huggers from Alien.
Baby crabs and giant ones, big mommy crabs.
They're alien crab. What?
That's my review of the game. That's what I've seen. If you're not careful, you will fall forward into the coffee table.
Yeah, or just fall over.
Or just fall over.
Anyway, I almost fell over that night. Luckily, everybody was in bed. I was like, you can play the game sitting down or standing up. I was like, all right, so no one's here to see me, so I'm going to play the game standing up, and it was bad.
Nobody's here to save me, so I'm going to do this thing.
We'll start on like 3 times.
I would have gotten like some weird FaceTime call from your phone, like
help me with the headset on. FaceTime, help me.
You would be stuck on the floor, so you'd just be yelling at your phone, like, "Hey Siri!"
I could do that actually.
I know.
Show title is Phil. We watched them both buckle at the knees.
I thought when I watched him do it, I thought he was like crouching to get a better view of what he was looking at.
No, he's just falling over.
Just try not to die.
That PSVR, man, it'll kill you. I can't. Heather and I are going on a trip. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. That's it.
Something through the sky, little Einsteins.
So Heather doesn't like it, but I'm going to videotape almost everything. So it'll be exciting. But we're going to go see my uncles and aunts in Florida. I'm going to see my brother in Florida.
We should have moved to Florida.
I know we're right. Spider-Man comes out, or we're going to be gone. But I'm taking my PlayStation VR with us. So all
that'll be fun packing.
I was looking for a case online the other day. I don't know. We'll have a suitcase just for because I bring the PSVR.
Do you have a case for your Xbox like you had back in the day with your Xbox?
No, I just have that. I might be able to use that, but just for the console. But the headset's big.
Oh.
Like you got to bring the console, you got to bring the headset, you got to bring the mini console that's like runs the VR stuff. It's a process, but I want my family to experience it and laugh.
Gonna get broken.
It's not gonna get broken.
It's not even paid for.
It's not gonna get. It's not paid for it yet. Best Buy. No interest. Sorry. I'm excited for my brother to play. His wife too. His wife will be interesting to watch. I got Resident Evil 7. He's a big Batman fanboy, so I got the Batman game. Be interesting to see him on that. I haven't even played it yet. I haven't played it. So
you're gonna wait and break it open with your brother?
Maybe. Let him be the first one to put on the cow. I was telling him about he got really excited, especially when I dropped the Resident Evil 7 bomb. Because I remember when I was really, really, really young, I'd spent a lot of time with my brother because he's like 10 years older than me. So he was already out of the house with a family. And so I'd spend like every summer with him. And I heard there was a time where he was playing Resident Evil 1, which on the PlayStation 1 with his brother-in-law at the time. And it was cool. They would play that and the first Gran Turismo. You know Gran Turismo? No, you don't. Yeah.
I read books that age.
Wait, that doesn't. You see it, huh? Oh, I don't want them to.
You're on camera, doofus. I can see no matter what you do.
Shush. So you can look forward to that because of course I will tape my family trying to play the PSVR. Heather refuses to play it. She doesn't. She played the shark experience and was like, I just can't do it.
That is not.
I just stop. PlayStation Man, I can't. Just stop. PlayStation Man.
Was this with me?
Excuse me, PlayStation Man, just turn it off.
I didn't even.
It felt. I knew it wasn't real, but it was just
to be a liar. I'm gonna find the PlayStation Man and I'm gonna do a separate. I know.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah, he seems cool. He's probably
So you're trying to tell me that you weren't playing the shark game and you didn't take it off because you couldn't handle it? That didn't happen?
That happened.
Okay.
Because the shark was gonna get my toes. And I didn't.
You just said everything I said that I didn't say you said was untrue.
I did not go, excuse me, PlayStation man, I just can't even. I didn't say any of that.
Okay.
I just said, I'm done, and took it off. Like...
I may have added the PlayStation
This
man.
is why people think I'm a super bitch, is because you add embellishments, and I am just, like, chill AF. Like... I can't believe Heather freaked out like that. Oh, yeah!
I may have added the PlayStation part, but...
Are you laughing at your own ridiculous story, or are you laughing at my mocking voice, you mocking me?
I think it's both. PlayStation man, I can't. Just here. I can't do it anymore.
I'm gonna act like that for a whole week and see if we're still married. Like, anytime you have one of your freak out moments, I'm just like, Steven,
I never
I just
freak out.
can't. Wait, just the lies continue. Like,
I didn't lie before. That story was a true story.
you just said I may have messed up. I may have added the PlayStation man.
I don't act. That's not how I act. That was rude.
PlayStation man. That's not rude.
No, I can't.
We're gonna be on some weird ass commercial. PlayStation man.
Oh man. Okay, so Heather won't play the PSVR anymore in her life. Elena wants to play it. I let her play it once, but like she was way too into it, and it freaked me out because she was playing Rush of Blood, and she was like, "Fuck yeah!" I just like, this ain't scary. I'm just killing demons.
For the record, my 7-year-old did not say "fuck yeah."
She didn't. No. Again,
Embellishment.
that's probably the PlayStation, but she did.
She was
Very excited.
That was not even scary. Direct quote.
Should put her in Resident Evil 7, and she'd see how scary it is. That game is scary.
Which one's that one?
Resident Evil 7?
Yeah.
That's the one I've been playing. The scary.
Oh.
Which one is that one?
There's 7 of them. Like, I wasn't sure if you were like.
I don't know
what
why would I go? It's the only one on the PlayStation VR. It's the only one I've been playing recently. Why would I be referring to a different?
Because Resident Evil's scary.
Yeah, but why would I be referring to a different Resident Evil?
I don't know. Because it's the scariest.
You're out of control. Okay. Wonder Woman. What you all been waiting for? Now, Heather did. I'm not sure which will be out first. Trex handles our release schedule. I'm assuming this will probably be out first. Our latest podcast was also a Wonder Woman review, which Heather sat in for. But that, let's be honest, those podcasts kind of get taken over personality-wise by myself and Showtime. And so, we promised you this for a Wonder Woman review, so we're here. So some of the things are going to be repeated, so don't get butthurt about it. But some of you just watch this, and some of you just listen to the podcast, some of you do both. So for the people that do, that's a do. For the people that do listen to both or watch both, we might repeat some. I'm going to go back to my notes again like I did before. And plus, when we were on, you were like, it was good.
That's all I had time to say, and then you did that bit, and then you and Showtime went back and forth.
Our bad.
And then you went on to the next point. So...
Alright, I tell you what, I'll let you talk. Let's hear your Wonder Woman review. Go.
You're mean.
Hey, listen, Wonder Woman, empowering women. Let's hear your powerful, wonderful review.
I don't like you. It was good.
For fuck's sake.
No, it was. It was really good. I liked everything. And you have some downers about it.
I only have one thing that I didn't like. And it's a universal thing, for sure. And I don't think you liked it either. But I'm sorry, I don't want to derail your review. Go ahead.
Okay. I like the costumes.
Yes, the costumes were fantastic.
They were.
Sorry, I accidentally started the video. No, I agree with you. No, the costumes are great.
Yeah.
I liked everything with their mascara. Like, that felt very accurate to what the Amazons generally represent.
Yeah.
It sort of gets retold a lot, but like what I pictured their mascara Paradise Island to look like, that was it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. It must be nice to the first man that she meets is not Zach Galifianakis, but Chris Pine. That
I would
helps.
like to meet Chris Pine as well. In that kind of way.
Yeah. And then, let's see. And then her interactions in London.
Very funny.
Take me to the front line. Take me to the war.
The very... I don't know why Kristen... I guess we'll call him Steve, because we're talking about the character. Yeah. I know why Steve didn't have more of a conversation. Well, I guess because he needed her at that point to get back, right? But he was already back. So, I mean, I don't see why he couldn't be like, listen, we need to have a long talk. Like, what do you think the world is like? So, I mean, because he had to click that, like, that's all she ever knew, right? So, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there was a long boat ride. Well, I guess she slept, but...
Oh, this is when you went to go get Elena's glasses into the bathroom.
Did they have that conversation?
Their conversation in the boat ride was more of, so I'm the first and only man you've seen. And she says yes. And then he kind of roundabout asked about how much she knew about sex then.
Ooh, I would definitely miss that.
Like, because...
Heavens.
I mean, and she talked about how she read a 12-volume set about pleasuring a woman and how a man is not essential for that.
She read that? Mm-hmm. I missed that?
Yeah, you missed that.
Oh, that was mild, but just so you know, this is spoiler heavy. We are going to be discussing the movie thoroughly.
That's right. Wonder Woman knows how to masturbate.
Click, click.
Wow.
Bloop, bloop.
Stop before you click on some nonsense.
Oh, man, I missed that.
I'm kind of glad you did, so that, we could hear the rest of the lines.
You trying to say that I laugh loud at theaters?
Yes.
I don't... Yeah, what are you trying to say? Like, have an obnoxious laugh in theaters?
You're not obnoxious, just excessive. Because you keep playing it over and over and over.
I do it like it plays, and I just keep laughing. Like, the 3 scenes have gone by.
And then you go, what did they say? I don't know.
See, I asked you what happened, you told me that, but I thought you were referring to Dr. Poison making chemicals that, like...
Oh, you did ask me about that, but that's not what that was.
Oh. Okay, what else? This is your review. I'm not derailing.
This is my review. I just thought it was excellent. Like, I enjoyed the storyline. The movie was just beautiful. Just the colors, the lighting, music placement.
Okay, do you mind if I start talking about points and you can talk off them?
Okay.
How about that?
I'm down with that.
Would that make it easier? Okay.
Yes.
Because I actually did some research. So we
we
talked about the fish out of water comedy from when she arrives into the new world.
She goes to London.
Right. Yes. So we discussed it. That was very funny, and
it's ugly.
And meeting Steve Trevor's secretary, that was very back and forth. There's some kind of hate with that a little bit that I found online, which it drives me crazy. It doesn't matter how powerful the movie is to any cause, people still find hate for it. Like the comments about her size that they made. She wouldn't work around London if I had a belly like that. Just because you don't have a belly to tuck it in or something like that. Yeah, it's just... And there's a couple other ones, like... someone that beautiful should have to wear glasses or something like that. I think it was one of those signs. I don't know.
I cringe a little bit at that, but like it's not. I didn't remember it like at all, so it didn't really. Maybe it's because I don't wear glasses.
I don't know. Okay. I took it as a joke on Superman, but
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Other people did not. So, speaking of Steve Trevor, we're gonna stay in the Steve Trevor genre.
You would.
So, no, sorry, because I'm a man and us men got to stick together, especially one's named Steve. Okay. I enjoy. I love the romance between Steve and Diana. I did not like, again, spoiler heavy review. I did not like how they had to bump up uglies. I did not.
Oh, now you come to my side?
I said that. That's what I said to you.
Oh, I thought.
No,
you were like cheering it on, so I.
Of course, I was cheering it on.
I thought you were.
They're getting it on. Like whenever I see. How many times have we watched movies together and people are kissing or banging and I don't make comments about them kissing and banging?
We watch children's shows and you're like, I wonder which one of them is banging. So
okay, so I mean, Wonder Woman gonna be no different. Irregardless, I don't think they necessarily needed to bang.
We don't know if they did.
Yeah,
it is totally insinuated that they did.
Right, but I mean, she had the lasso. He put it around her.
I don't want to know. I don't want.
Oh my! There's so many things going on up here.
Don't. So why are you on my side? Is it for the same reason?
Same reason. Yeah. I just don't. Yeah, you have the same. Go ahead. Tell me. Go ahead.
That I don't feel like it was necessary. Like it was obviously that connection was there, but I don't feel like sex was a way to demonstrate their connection.
Do you think just a kiss in the moonlight would have been fine?
I thought their dance was fine. I feel like
this is the moon.
I feel like it kind of took away from her innocence a little bit. Like they were trying to make her a woman.
Well, she is a woman.
That's what I'm saying, but like you're not a woman until you've done this or you've done this. And then her world is shattered. Like, and everything she knows, like, you know what I'm saying? And I get that she has to have some type of internal struggle, but I don't, it just bothered me.
Well, she seemed fine the next day. Sounds like Steve Trevor brought it.
Anywho.
I know. It didn't, I don't know. It felt out of place. That's all I'll say. It just didn't. It didn't ruin it or anything. Didn't take anything from it. I'm like, okay, I guess we're banging. All right. I mean, I'm sure Superman and Lois.
But they never did that. They never did that with them.
Yeah, they never did like a kiss. Yeah. Well, I mean,
they did a kiss at the end, but it was never like, oh, they're gonna go do it.
Well, no, yes, they did. Because see, in Batman vs Superman, she was taking a bath, and he like got in the bath with her. I mean, he was clothed, but he's Superman. Those things come off like that.
In BVS, not in Man of Steel.
Yeah, I mean, what does it matter? What movie?
Yes.
Well, I mean, spoilers. Steve Trevor dies at the end, so.
So if Lois had died, then.
I don't know.
I don't. What, my kitty?
I don't know. Okay, irregardless, it just fell out of place. But I also, again, I'm gonna talk some more about the men. I do like. I like how sometimes when we make women empowering movies in general, there's like this sense of if we make the woman powerful, we have to make the men idiots. You know, like
to make her seem powerful, they have to be stupid.
Right, exactly. Yeah. This was not like that. Everyone.
They were set on doing things a certain way.
She wasn't having
it. Wasn't dumb. They were just on a mission, and she was like, "No, this is my mission. Why are we just go do this? It'll be faster. I have to get to Ares."
Right. Well, and they didn't want her to die. I understood where they were. Like everybody understands where they're coming from. They're like,
well, they didn't believe her. They didn't believe anything she said. I mean, it was ridiculous.
I mean, who would? She's crazy. Well, I take it back. She's not crazy.
I mean, for the time, she's walking around in lingerie and carrying a sword and a shield, talking about she's princess.
She comes off as crazy. She definitely was not crazy. She's like, no one believed her. And she's like, this is me.
You know.
Right, no, I understand. So we'll get to that point, Matt. I want to come back to that. Okay. So, yeah, we had four other guys.
4 and Steve.
Right. They were kind of non-sequential to the plot. Right. Like, they made sense, but not... I mean, they weren't...
I mean, they had to have a team.
Right. It's like the Howling Commandos in Captain America. Like, you cared about them, but then you didn't at the same time. You know, you did, but then you're like, okay, this is the Howling Commandos. So, I mean, they were cool. But no one was, like, dubbed down. Some people had their character flaws, but everyone was equal. Except, well, I mean, Wonder Woman she's a superhero, so she was obviously more powerful at points and handled the business. She saved the day. Pretty much every fight that they went to wouldn't have been able to be won without her.
It helps that, you know, bullets bounce off of her accessories.
Right. She's a demigod as also.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then we at the end, you know, jump to the end because we're kind of doing a little Steve Trevor thing. At the end, we had Steve Trevor sacrifice himself to save everybody. So he had to do. He felt like he had to do it. There are probably plenty of other ways that could have happened, but it was the end of the movie is weird because it was great up until the last like 20 minutes. That's where my most complaints come from. I didn't think Steve Trevor necessarily had to die, but in the context of the movie for the time period, it's like we kind of have let's go ahead and kill him because we want to make modern day stuff. I feel like they threw the character away. That kind of bums me because their chemistry was perfect. Gal Gadot, Chris Pine, like
it was
banging or no banging, their chemistry was great. So with
Chris Pine's good at that.
Oh yeah.
Just watching previous movies, he's good at that connection.
So he died. Now we didn't necessarily see him die. We just saw the plane explode.
Giant explosion of hydrogen bombs.
Right, but you know, especially with Wonder Woman. Now in the DC universe, we've like completely accepted the magical. Like, there's no doubt, and you really can't have a DC universe without accepting the magical. There's just too much about the DC universe that is magical for you to make a bunch of stories that don't embrace the magical. It's like Arrow. When Arrow first came out on TV, they were like, this is all just going to be regular stuff with bows and arrows, normal people. That went out the window like halfway through season 1 when they realized that like they couldn't keep the story going unless they introduced something more magical. Like, you all can't be Batman Begins in the Dark Knight. Like, it's just not something that's going to happen. I'm not going to get into that. Anyway. So, but I think he can come back because you know, she's got magical villains. Stop me if I'm saying this wrong. It's like a villain she has called Cersei, I think is her name. And she, you know, she could take him and then put him in like a magical coma and then like release him when she wants to. So she could have a boom, took him, and like, I don't know if it's going to happen. It's kind of far-fetched, but it's something that could happen. In the DC universe, there's things that do happen. Like, I mean, Superman's about to come back to life in Justice League after taking a kryptonite spear through the chest.
Or maybe they thought Zeus was dead, but he's not really dead, and he saved Steve Trevor at the last moment, and he's chilling on Mount Olympus until it's convenient.
That's all. That also was a little cop out. They're like, well, Ares was a bad guy, killed all the other gods.
Killed all the gods.
And then Zeus, with his last breath, gave the weapon to the Amazons, and I'm like, oh, okay.
So his last breath, he banged Hippolyta?
I mean, I don't... Sure. That was supposed to be like
weapon.
Yeah, that was supposed to be like a twist where like her sword was the weapon, but she was really the weapon. And she was like half Zeus. Her and Ares are brothers. Like, but if you know the Wonder Woman lore, you like... It's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really like, you're not... Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. So one of the twists, though, we'll get to... Let's jump on that. I want to discuss the No Man's Land thing last.
Oh, okay.
So the twist at the end is the thing I really didn't like about the movie. And Heather agreed, so I don't think she liked to see it. So, and I called it from the beginning, and Heather gets really mad. She's expressed it here on these videos before that she hates when I spoil movies. So I was going to lean over and whisper what I thought, but I decided not to. And she thanked me for that. Like, there's a guy that they try to make you think is clearly Ares. I can't remember the villain's name at this point, but he's a German.
He's a real German
soldier. Yeah, whatever general, whatever. I don't know what they are.
Bad guy.
Yes. And so they want to make you think that he's Ares, but they never like. That's one thing. They never go, "Oh yes, I'm Ares." And I just feel like that's what Ares would do. But Steve Trevor in England, because he's an American working for British intelligence, there's like a crippled guy that's like super best friends and was Lupin from Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. So he's like he was too overly a good guy. I'm like, that's,
hey, I want to fund your trip.
Yeah.
If I were a younger man, blah blah blah.
So I was like, that's obviously Ares right there. That's him. That's gonna end up being him at the end. But I called it like at the very beginning when he first showed up, but I didn't want to be like, shut up! Don't! Oh my God! Did you really? I just watched you make faces at me.
Just be talking to the people. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Anyway.
Somebody's gonna pause that at the wrong moment.
I know. I'll do it.
Thanks.
and so we had the final fight at the end where she kills a German guy. It's like, oh, guess what? It's not Ares. And then her sword dismantles, and she's like, "You're the weapon, not the sword, silly bitch." And it's like, okay. And so then he puts on the Ares armor and helmet and stuff, and it all looks good. And then at some point, they show him without the helmet, and it's absolutely just takes you completely out of the movie. Doesn't look right. He's still got the British like trim going. It was just stop it. I feel like he should have morphed or formed into like, that was my fake look. This is my real like Greek like strongman look. You know,
Kratos.
Yes, very Kratos looking. Yes. I mean, you agree that it kind of takes you out, right?
It does, but like on reflection of that, he never says that he killed anybody. He did all he does is run his mouth.
Right. He influences people. He influences man.
So, like, my Bible study background goes into Satan doesn't have any actual power.
Right.
Doesn't physically do anything. All he can do is just whisper. And so that's where my mind went after. Well, first I was taken aback, like that's not what I expected him to look like in his god costume. But then, like, at the same time, it's like, this is what we were concerned about. But what took me at, like, that was my process when I saw him, and then he, like, put the helmet on and proceeded to kick her ass. So
he did kick her ass hardcore.
Now, in New 52, Ares trains Wonder Woman.
It doesn't look like that.
No, he does look very Kratos. So
I think it was a twist that they were working for and hoping it would work out. And in a lot of ways it did, but in a lot of ways it also didn't.
Yeah.
So, I've spoken to Jim about it, and Jim brought up this point where he thought that maybe in one of the scripts when she kills... Because they say in the beginning that to bring Ares back, you need a sacrifice. And so, like, at the beginning of or not the beginning of the movie, but when she kills the German Nazi, or Nazis, they're not Nazis in World War I, but the German soldier, who, like, killing him with that sword is what brings Ares back. And then they have the fight, because Ares then comes back. Then he's like, you freed me. And maybe they wanted the whole, like, him influencing everybody through the stories. I don't know. Is it better than what we got? I don't know, but could it have worked better? I don't know. Irregardless, it was fine. I mean, I'm not super mad at it. I want to watch it again so I can like see it again and take it in after knowing the twist and stuff. And I don't know if we'll see it in theaters again because we ain't got money like that, you know. But we'll definitely catch it on the Blu-ray and watch that again.
Again.
Yeah. I think the only other DCEU movie that I own is Man of Steel. I don't think I never bought BVS. I never bought Suicide Squad. I like BVS, but
no, Suicide Squad.
Right, BVS just is trying to do too much too quick.
Why did you say that?
And then the Martha thing at the end was kind of crazy. So some highlights I want to bring out. I really liked. I can't remember her name. Who was Hippolyta's sister? What's her name?
Robin Wright.
what's the character name?
I don't remember.
All right, hold on. I mean, I have the word at my fingertips. I think I turned my mouse off earlier, goofing off.
Starts with an A. Antia?
Talk about how awesome Robin Wright was real quick.
How awesome what?
I'll do it on my phone. Just talk about how awesome that character was.
She was so awesome.
Is that all you got?
Well, they were talking about, like, training and everything, about how they all did, like, 6 months worth of, training on horses and weightlifting, and I think they did all if not most of, like, their own work. There's no stunt doubles or anything. Like, they were hanging off horses and firing,
How do you say that?
Antiope.
That's not how you say that.
I know it's Auntie because I kept thinking she was calling her Auntie.
Auntie, gosh, I don't know. I should know my Wonder Woman lore. But Antipa? I don't know.
That might be it. Yeah, Antipa. That's what it was. Yeah.
Hippolyta's sister. That character was amazing.
Was so badass.
She was probably, in a lot of ways, better than Hippolyta. Like, she knew exactly what they needed to do with her. She thought she should be telling her the truth. She was training her in secret. The beginning of that movie is fantastic. We haven't really talked about it. We kind of jumped ahead to it.
Yeah.
But the whole thing before Steve Trevor even crashed on the island, like that whole 15, 20 minutes is great. Meeting the Amazons, watching them train, it's nuts. And then when Steve does get there,
little Diana being bad and running away from her nurse and watching the other Amazonians train.
And then when Steve does get there, like the whole fighting the German soldiers in the ocean, like the U-boat goes into the fog. 'Cause I guess in this world, Thermoscara can get got to if you know exactly where it's at, but it's very foggy and cloudy, and they boom, you go into the sunshine and great and rainbows.
And rainbows.
Yeah, but so then a bunch of German soldiers come in. There's this amazing, incredible battle between the Amazons and the German soldiers. And it's like, name another movie where an army of women fights an army of men.
Guns versus bows and arrows.
And they wrecked the guns, like, without a doubt.
They lost. It was really sad to watch at the same time, like, because it's technology none of them had ever seen.
Right, and a few of them died in pretty tragic ways.
Yeah, like.
But they murdered the hell out of all the soldiers.
They did, like.
There's a crashed U-boat.
Because I mean, they at least had the advantage of wearing armor, and like German soldiers didn't wear armor. She was like, boop, boop, yeah.
It was just that battle scene was out of control. It was very good.
It was very good.
I enjoyed it a lot, and that's of course where Antipa. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I think you are. Antipa.
Yeah, she dies, and she's just like and like her dying breath is like, you gotta go. You gotta go fight him. Like, she knew exactly. She's like, you got to rid the world of Ares. Like, that's your purpose in life. That's why you were born. And I don't know. Hippolyta couldn't wrap her. I mean, I understand it's their daughter, but it's tough. It's tough. So we'll jump to the end. This is the end of our review. We're going to talk about the No Man's Land scene, which was just absolutely intense. Man. Everyone's like, don't do it. You can't do it. No one's done it for how long? 5 years?
They were in that trench for 1 whole year and gained an inch.
Right. And everyone's like, you honestly, you can't go. You'll die You can't go across. Don't do it. Is that story where on Christmas Day they all stop fighting and like?
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, so then Wonder Woman, a couple weeks later, she goes running and like everyone was.
She wasn't even running.
Right. Like
she just like badass walked across the field.
It's like you can't do it. Yeah, and she's just like.
Shink. Every
man out there in the world was telling her you can't do it, and this woman was like, "Yes, I can," and she did. And there's a lot to that. I think that is the most powerful moment in the movie for me.
I agree with that.
And she handled the business. And what happened when she did it? The men followed her and did exactly what she did.
She took all the fire.
She did, yeah.
Because they yelled at her, like, she's taking all the fire, and that's when they were able to
push forward. And she handled the business. She hid behind that shield like a champion. I want to say hid, not scared, but like she jumped across there and then she got on the other side of the trench. Like, well, what is this? And she went through everybody. They had the music going in the background. It's just a very, very powerful scene. Really enjoyed it. Like that's the biggest takeaway from this movie for me is that sums up the character of Wonder Woman. It sums up like powerful women in general. Like this is great. And powerful woman leading the way and powerful men following. Like you know what I mean? It's just great. I don't know. I'm sorry. I get very uppity. I got emotional watching that scene. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, call me a wussy if you want, but that was very. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got misty a couple times. Like watching, and it wasn't, and it's not. And I'm not trying to bring it down, but it's not because look at that woman be powerful. It's because I was so excited to finally see Wonder Woman, a female hero in general. I love the Trinity in DC. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman I always have. I like best when they're together, working together. And so to finally see her on the big screen and getting just due and knowing the movie is good, watching it, thinking how good it is, it just the nerd in me got like it's whenever I see things like that in movies, these nerd movies, it gets me going, and so I got Misty a lot. So I mean, it wasn't like women. It was like yes, a superhero that has been crapped on, and just like no one willing to do it. Like I really hope this changes the trend now, and like we'll finally see Girl of Steel, man. Like, could you imagine a Girl of Steel movie at this point? Like, a movie based on Supergirl and her arrival?
I would be mad if they called it Girl of Steel. But
I mean, that's what they
ever since you said it, I really want to see this. I really want to see Diana take Kara back to Themyscira for training. I really want to see that.
That would be how the story... They would be stupid if they don't... Because, Wonder Woman is popular, right? So it would be stupid for them not to follow that storyline. But they're already doing the apocalypse thing that's already happening, so I doubt that'll be the underlying theme. But what happens is Supergirl crashes in Gotham. Batman goes crazy because she's going crazy, speaking Kryptonite, wrecking the city.
Kryptonian.
What did I say? Kryptonite?
Kryptonite.
Yeah, thank you. She's going crazy, wrecking the city. So Batman's like, hey, I think one of your people. And so Superman shows up, and they can't relate. Like so they're just, because she's, she knew him when he was a boy, but now he's a grown man, and she's a teenage girl, and
my cousin.
Yeah, it doesn't work out. And so Wonder Woman shows up and is like, look, I know this place.
That'd be a good ending.
Yeah, where there's a bunch of women that can relate, that are powerful, and we can teach her a thing or two about a thing or two. And so it's just that would be a great story. And then she showed up at the end, the Supergirl with Wonder Woman toe to toe. So I would not be surprised if that storyline gets utilized at some point.
I hope so.
It would be great. I'll take it back. I want to end it with this. The ice cream scene. Boy, that was my favorite thing. I even told Heather, I was like, I hope they do the ice cream thing, and she's so rude, and she's like, what? Like, because we're in the theater, and I kept saying stuff because I was excited.
I'm just trying to watch the movie. Yeah. Well, because I got you over here, like, I got Elena, like, what happened? Why is it? Like,
I was like, man, please do the ice cream thing. and they didn't.
This is very good. You should be proud.
And you were like, I've had days like that.
Oh my god, yes. We're walking the marble slab, like...
You should be proud.
You should be proud.
That's the promotion we should have went with.
Right? I feel like it would have been spoilers. Like, would you have been as happy to see it if you knew it was coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
No, maybe.
If they rammed it down your throat as...
Yeah, you're right.
It was more special this way.
So, needless to say, Heather and I would recommend Wonder Woman. Highly recommend it in theaters.
Highly recommend.
I would recommend it 3D, yes or no?
It's not necessary.
It added, especially the end, the bombastic fight scene at the end. Fire and brimstone, Ares. If you haven't watched it up until this point, we just talked about the entire plot.
At the same time, with some of the movements, it's really hard to take it all in 3D on the big screen.
I was also very excited to have these Wonder Woman special edition glasses we got, but then they didn't fit right over my glasses, so I was like having to look hard. I don't know, but I was still excited to have the glasses. So, a couple of questions. I know I keep trying to end it.
That's whatever.
But I have a couple of questions about the end of it. Well, I guess I have one question. Does she ever go back to Themyscira? We had that debate for a while.
We did.
I don't know if she goes back, because the movie starts and ends in modern time. After the events of BVS, I believe. Yes, I don't know if it's after the events of Justice League, but it's definitely after the events of Batman vs Superman.
For Hippolyta's sake, I hope she does go back.
Right. So, Hippolyta's going to be there when she does. I don't know. Like, does she go back now?
Hi, girl. Like, Mom, I did it!
60 years later, 70 years. It was 70?
Amazonian party.
So, I don't know.
Batman who? Turned down for what?
Yeah. Or maybe she comes back with Kara for the first time.
Ooh.
So, I don't know.
You guys, I'll be Aries, but I found this foreign chick, and...
She has a job, she clearly has a job. She works like a museum or something with ancient, with
her sword and her shield behind her in a case.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm sure that'll be... They have, obviously, they've greenlit Wonder Woman 2 with the same director. Patty's coming back.
Patty Jenkins.
Gal Gadot obviously coming back.
Yay.
And she also confirmed that it's definitely going to be a modern setting. So it's probably going to be after Justice League or right before. I'm getting after Justice League. Justice League's supposed to be a two-parter, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. We'll see. And then I haven't announced anything else. My guess would be the villain is Cheetah.
Are Flash and Aquaman getting their own movies?
Yes.
Their origin story?
Yeah, they're doing everybody. They're doing Flash, they're doing Aquaman, and they're also doing a movie called The Green Lantern Corps, which is going to be almost like a buddy cop movie. They describe it as, like Hal Jordan, and they're trying to make it less serious as the other one was.
So more like Guardians.
Of course, yeah, of course, yeah. It's gonna be like it's Hal Jordan and I don't know.
And his podcasting friends.
No, I don't. I think they're gonna go with Jon Stewart probably. Which this isn't PC, but that's the Black Green Lantern.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know because Trex makes a big deal about it.
Can you name all 4 Green Lanterns from Earth?
No.
Well, there's 5 now. Actually, there's 6. Calm it down with the Green Lanterns from Earth.
I mean, we're really messed up here. We need a lot of lanterns in our sector.
Let's see if I can do it. You obviously can't do it, right?
No.
See if I can do it. Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, Jon Stewart. Oh my gosh.
Stephen Colbert.
No. Baz. I can't remember his last name. They always just call him Baz. Jessica Cruz, I think, is the newest one. Did I say Guy Gardner?
Yes.
There's one I'm missing, and it's Showtime's favorite. And I see the character in my head. He became the White Lantern, but his name has just escaped me. Anyway, sorry everybody. Don't take that into effect. I mean, if you're still watching right now, go ahead, comment the name of the Green Lantern I'm missing, just so we know you're still here. I'm sorry, everybody. All right. I guess we'll end it there. Go see Green Lantern if you haven't seen it. Or Green Lantern. Go see Wonder Woman.
Wow!
I'm sorry, we were discussing Green Lantern. It's that chauvinist in me just popping out. Go see Wonder Woman
Go see
if
this
you haven't
Man
seen
movie
it.
that's not even in production yet.
It's in pre-production, probably.
Pre-production. Probably.
And if you have seen Wonder Woman, go see it again. Buy the Blu-ray when it comes out.
Good.
Support the F out of this movie because it's A, good, and B, so we get more of them.
But I know, my turn. One more time, just one more time, because Patty Jenkins was. I saw an interview with her.
Right.
Because there's been articles out recently that she's the largest grossing female director.
Right. She got mad.
Yeah, I saw an interview. She's like, I don't want it to be male, female. I want to be the best director. That's my job. I want to be the best at it. I don't want to be the best girl director. I want to be the best director.
I don't want to be the best. I don't want to make a female superhero movie. I made a superhero movie.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in today's day and age, in today's climate, that's what it has to be categorized.
It's like, I don't even think it's about the climate. It's just what's been offered.
Right.
Nothing else has been offered.
And we have to get over this hump. Hopefully, Patty gets us over this hump. I would call in the first person because I feel like I know her at this point. So,
Okay.
So I'm referring to her as
All right,
Patty.
Trex, go ahead, Patty.
Stop it. So hopefully she gets over this hump and we stop thinking this way. And it's a change in Hollywood. Hollywood. Such a bunch of, I know, right?
Bunch of white guys.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully the white guys go, oh, maybe women can make movies. Maybe women can lead movies. Especially of the superhero variety. I mean, the last one was Elektra, and that was a bad movie.
It has such good potential. From what I understand, Daredevil was not a great movie either.
No, it was terrible.
We were like in high school, so...
Yes, but I'm sure, I guarantee you if you put it on for you again, you'd be like...
Probably. I was
bad.
I was caught up in the soundtrack at the time, so...
Your angst, the angst.
Yeah, my angst.
Yeah. And... It doesn't help. It didn't help that Ghostbusters was a bad movie. That didn't help either.
That's because they're trying to redo male movies with women. Just make woman movies.
They're redoing Ocean's 11 with the all-female cast.
You're making that up.
No,
Are they calling it an Ocean's movie?
Mm-hmm. They're calling it. It's just gonna be called Ocean's 11. You don't believe me?
I don't want to believe you. That makes me so mad.
Oh, excuse me. I believe it's Ocean's 8.
It's not even higher than 11.
Ocean's 8.
That's because that many women can't get along that well. I can imagine a group of 11 women.
Wow. Olivia Munn, Dakota Fanning, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon is a woman?
No. Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway.
Ooh, Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Katie Holmes.
Sandra Bullock as Debbie Ocean. I don't know if this is... I haven't read much about this. And it's not because I'm a man. It's because I didn't like... I've only seen Ocean's 11 once. I've never seen any of the sequels. I'm just not a big fan of those movies. Heather liked them, though. So I haven't read much into this movie. So I don't know if it's a sequel or a remake. But having Matt Damon as his character from the other... Right? That was his character from the movie, right?
I don't remember. So
I would assume that it was like this is... Maybe his cousin or something? I don't know. Or his sister? Did Ocean have... Regardless. Oh, Kim Kardashian's going to be in it. So
fantastic.
The whole Kardashian clan!
They're probably playing themselves.
Kim, Kylie, Kendall. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of people on the same cast list. Holy crap.
There's a lot of people
Michael Gandolfini is busboy number 2.
Oh, nice.
And Kate Easton is just simply called Jessica. Sorry. So I don't know. I'm not racking that movie. Just to be clear, I don't know. I've seen Ghostbusters. The cast was great. The movie was terrible. I'm not ragging the women. I love all those actresses. or actors. It's not even. Is it even okay to say actors anymore? I don't know. We're going off a deep end here. Go see Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was good.
Good.
Huh?
It was good.
It was.
Wonderful.
You support the hell out of it. Please support the hell out of it. Like, buy the Blu-ray when it comes up. Go see it again if you can. You know, I don't know if we are, but you know, we're definitely gonna buy the Blu-ray.
I'll hit the dollar theater once it hits the dollar theater. But then we'll have it on Blu-ray though.
We also saw it in like RPX 3D, so you know, I spent $60 to frickin' see it. So it's not like it didn't get our support. Like it's
worth it.
You know, so just go, and then you know another 60 on one bag of popcorn. So go see Wonder Woman. It's fantastic if you haven't seen it. I mean, at this point, if you're still watching right now, you've seen it probably, or we just told you everything about it. You know, so just yeah, we love you, and we love Wonder Woman. Oh, I got a cross. See, I don't even know these things. All right, I'm Stevie B.
I'm Heather.
Should I say, and we're married to a nerd, and she's married to a nerd, and we're out. That's a new thing I'm gonna start.
Okay.